Fancy meeting you here. Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Courtney Quarantine. Happy to have you here. I'm gonna do a foundation review test wear situation today. As you can probably tell, my eye makeup is done. No, my eyelids aren't usually blue. Anyway, also ignore the dry shampoo in my hair. We don't need to talk about it. So today I'm very excited because I'm trying a foundation that I've wanted to try for a very long time. Before we get into everything though, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of my self-promotion stuff. First and foremost, if you're here and you like this type of video, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. If you want to check out my podcast, my Patreon, my merch, other socials, all that stuff's going to be in the description down below or to the side or wherever it is nowadays. If you like my content and you want to support me as a creator, Patreon is probably the best way to do that. I put a lot of content up on there. It's kind of a combination of everything that I do. It's been a lot of fun and I really appreciate it. So if you can do that, thank you so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. I have wanted to try this foundation for so long because you know why? Raw Beauty Kristi, that's why. You guessed it. If the words Raw Beauty Kristi and foundation are coming out of my mouth and you don't think of the Pür Foundation, maybe you're just not as obsessed with her as I am. But so this is what I'm trying out today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw this on the Ulta 21 days and I was like, now's the time. Usually it's $36. I got it for $18 because of the discount. Ulta 21 days, they have like hot things or like, you know, things that are good things. Wow. For half off. You know what it is. I don't need to explain it to you. And if you don't, it's 21 days where they take items that are maybe like hot items or like popular things and they half the price, think of 50% off. Well, I'm over explaining this again. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this. I thought with these breakouts and with the redness of my skin, it would be a perfect time to try this. I got this in the mail yesterday and I was stoked. So it comes in this little box, which is now has my fingerprints all over it. That's great. So it's the Pür 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. Here's the bottle. You get, I believe, I'm gonna say it's 1 fluid ounce because yep, it's 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. Blue light defense, I did not know that. Anti-pollution, blue zone, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and vegan-friendly. That's awesome. It's really cool too because not only do you get the pump, but you can like screw this off and I believe it's a doe foot, I think. As much as I've watched Chrissy put this on. It's a freaking doe foot, that's so cool. So it's a pump and it's a, okay. You get it. I don't know if this shade will match me. I'm hoping that it will. It might be a little dark, but this is LN6. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I'm gonna use the pump. I have cleansed, toned, moisturized, and primed my face, so I'm ready to go. Zoom you in just a touch. My skin is unhappy. It's dehydrated. I feel like I need help, but this is the reality and this is my truth. Okay, so yeah, let's see if there's anything else on the bottle or box that I maybe need to read. So for concealer, it says to unscrew the cap and use it as a concealer. For foundation, use the pump. This is hard to read because it's so metallic. Redefine complexion perfection with this groundbreaking long-wear foundation and concealer that's formulated to instantly mask blemishes and imperfections, leaving behind a natural skin-like finish. This multi-purpose complexion miracle serves as both a foundation and concealer with a unique dual applicator component for quick and easy application. Conceal blemishes, dark spots, and imperfections with the targeted doe foot applicator or achieve flawless all-over coverage with the pump. Packed with skin-loving ingredients, this long-wear formula helps protect skin against environmental stressors like pollution and high-energy visible blue light for a healthier-looking complexion. So that's neat. Please recycle. Will do. 12-month shelf life, and let's just do it, shall we? I'm very excited. That is satisfying. I'm gonna do like 1.5 pumps. I fear that this is going to be too yellow for me. Oh yeah, this is not my shade. Oh. I'm just gonna try it and see where this leads me. Just taking a Real Technique sponge. I'm not using a lot, but I want to see what the coverage is like. First and foremost, it is blending really well. This is definitely too warm for me. 100% way too warm. That coverage is really nice though. Goodbye, breakouts. I mean, maybe if I went outside, this would match me, but. Okay, so first impression, blends really well. Has good coverage without being too heavy, I don't think. This really is not my shade, and I am super bummed about that. I'm very bummed. I thought neutral? How is this neutral? Can you see the difference between my neck and this? I think you can. It's not bad though. It's really not that bad. I'm gonna set it with powder. I'm gonna do all my usual things with this today. Set with powder, use my usual bronzer blush situation, and just go with it and see. Upon first application, it looks nice. It looks really nice. It's not like matte, and it's not too, it's more like a satiny type of feel right now. I am gonna set it with powder though, so it will be more matte, but I don't want to put on too much because I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to use my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder I'm obsessed with. It might oxidize too, so it might get even more orange on me. Shoot. It doesn't look that orange on my little camera, but I'm concerned. It really does not look like the color they advertised online. All right, going in with bronzer, I'm going to use the Sunkissed bronzer from Cover FX. I love this bronzer so much. Just do my usual. Let's see how this lays on it. Seems fine. It's blending pretty well. All right, so that's laying nicely. I don't feel like it's picking up anything. It's not like maybe a little bit over here. But again, it might be the primer that I'm using, it might be the powder. Like, I'm gonna try it a couple different ways with a couple different things. And this is the primer that I used today, the Color Pop one. The color what? I feel like it's kind of already creasing up on my forehead. I'm a very expressive person, and that's gonna be a problem. I just don't know. All right, let me put a little bit of blush on. Products are laying fine on top of it. I feel like I can feel it a little bit more on my face now. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it's like a foundation and a concealer. So it's meant to be like higher coverage, and with higher coverage, oftentimes it feels a little more heavy. I don't know, I don't feel that with Tarte Shape Tape though. And that's like, it's kind of picking up in the tiniest bit, but it really doesn't look bad. Really, this is just my first impression. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and such, and then I'll be back to check in after I've had this on for a little while longer. BRB. All right, here's the first check-in. I don't know how to feel. I can tell that it is creasing in my like smile lines or whatever you want to call them. I haven't really been talking too much, so that's kind of discouraging. I don't know, I think it's mostly because this is the wrong shade. And it might not seem that off to you, but to me it is like glaring, especially when I look at like my neck and stuff. I am torn because I don't want to just immediately return it because I know they're just gonna throw it away, and I want to try to make it work. I will definitely, no matter what the check-in later looks like, I will definitely try to make this work. I will just try it with different primers, with different powders, just to see how it lays, because I feel like it has a lot of good potential, but maybe it is the primer that I'm using. Maybe it is the powder. That is something to keep in mind, especially when you're trying new foundations, especially because they react differently with different types of products. So I did put a little bit more bronzer on my cheeks, so if you're noticing that, it's real. But yeah, it is a little bit more satin. I can see my breakouts, these two that I have right here, are kind of showing a little bit more. My chin is a little, like, you can see the foundation on it. I'm not crazy about that, but again, it's not horrible. It's not bad. I think my biggest gripe with it is the fact that I chose the wrong shade and I thought I was choosing light enough. So that's on me. I probably check in again a little bit later, but it doesn't look bad. That's my thought process right now. I'll check back in a little bit later. BRB again. Well, this might be my last check-in. I'm gonna sit over here. My cat agrees. Okay, it's okay. So, the foundation. Yeah. It has creased quite a bit. I have not touched up. So I haven't touched up. I haven't even like patted away, but you can tell it's creased quite a bit. I was outside. I wore a mask and a hat for a brief moment. Like, I'm talking brief. What? What? I'm gonna move over here because I'm upsetting you, I think. Here are my thoughts, because I want to like take this off. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I can kind of feel it on my face. I definitely want to try it with a different primer, but I'm really not impressed. I haven't even blotted like where I had my glasses. You can see it left a pretty bad indent. It's creased. It's quite glowy, which kind of looks nice, but I wish it was a little more like true satin and or maybe even matte. But yeah, I think this is my last check-in because I'm probably gonna take it off or forget. And it's worn okay. It's not bad. It's just not wearing as long wear as I think that I felt like I thought that it would. Does that make sense? Yeah. Even around my nose, you can see. We shall see. I'll try it some more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to check out any of my other stuff, I will include that in the description box, as well as anything else that's on my face. If you can join me on Patreon, I would really appreciate it. There's exclusive stuff over there and you can download things as well. That's all I pretty much have. So as always, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you all are doing well, taking care of yourselves, and being kind to others. I will catch you in my next video. Bye!